Hello and welcome to another update. In this one I'll be covering the latest news as we see the progress develop around the city of Bakhmut and the Ukrainian attacks by the flanks and the Russian attacks within the city. So looking at the situation, we can start out here to the south of the city where the Ukrainian forces have managed to advance a slight bit further, where they've taken the control over this first patch right here and are attempting to continue their attacks in the direction of Klishchiivka. So by Klishchiivka, there are two main trench networks that the Russians are holding on to, which will be key for the Ukrainians' advance here in this area. So first we have the one right here to the north of Klishchiivka. This is a larger trench network, and it took a while for the Russians to capture it when they captured Klishchiivka. So this may pose a problem for the Ukrainians. However, something to notice is if you look at the topographic map, we see that when the Russians were attacking, they were attacking high ground, while the Ukrainians are attacking, they are both at leveled ground. That means no one has the height advantage. So as long as the Ukrainians push, they will never have any height disadvantage. As long as they fight here by Klishchiivka, going further east, they will face this height disadvantage. But until Klishchiivka, through these trench networks, they'll be on the same leveled ground, compared to the Russians being at a height disadvantage when they first attacked these areas. So we see that, and then we have the second one, which is right here to the west of Klishchiivka, which is a smaller trench network, and it has this forest patch here to the back of it, which means that it will most likely be difficult for them to use it in a reverse situation. So in any case, the Ukrainians are going to try to push and take control over these two trench networks, as it will allow them to have proper control over this area. Whoever controls these trench networks controls Klishchiivka, as Klishchiivka is located within a valley. And in the city itself, we see here that the Russian forces significantly advanced over last night and yesterday as well. We see they captured all of the northwestern part, as well as the Tetris area here to the east of the Domino area. And now there's only this small part left, the southwestern part, and most likely the Russian forces are going to take control over it in the coming days. As I said, I expect the Ukrainians to lose Bakhmut and the Russians to capture the whole city by Sunday, at the end of Sunday. So by Sunday, we will most likely be seeing the Russians taking full control of it, or maybe even earlier, depending on how much effort they're going to put into it. But according to my sources, both Remulent and what Prigozhin says, they are most likely going to be storming it every day and every night until they take full control over it. There was a video here of this area. I'm not going to show it because of YouTube guidelines, but essentially one of these buildings here, the Ukrainian forces gathered within it, and then very soon after, they were spotted by a Russian drone, and they had a precision strike destroy the building, and most likely everyone within it. And then we have here to the southwest, fighting continues on the whole front line, as the Ukrainians keep sending reinforcements. To make it clear, they're not withdrawing from this final bit of Bakhmut. They are holding their ground and they keep sending reinforcements in rather than pulling soldiers out. So the fighting continues heavily here in the southwestern parts. And then finally, we see updates here by Avdiivka, where there is this video here of a FAB 500 landing within the city. And we have this video footage from a bit far away, so we don't get a clear view, but there's a lot of smoke rising from the city. And that is all for this update. Thank you all for watching and have a great day. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe.